Rumor. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Welcome to Active Sports TV, first episode of 2025. Let's go ahead and break it down, man. It's Rumorville. It's a boxing topic today. Go ahead, pull up your seat, take some time, listen to your host Active break this all down because I got a lot to unpack, man. Wow! Boxing world has been put on full alert. Full alert. The fight that everybody is clamoring for, everybody's been demanding. If you've been a subscriber to Active Sports TV, you already know. We've been pushing this fight. Oh, Cinnamon! It's time to make it happen. It's time to make it happen. I'm loving it. Good news starting 2025. Let's go ahead and make it happen. Big Turk, we already know the purse is there. The money is there. It's going to be a packed out event. I mean, pay-per-view numbers are going to go through the roof. Through the roof. You hear what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and put some context to things, man. Let's break down what everybody is talking about. There's a lot of, rumors being spread, a lot of, fans' opinion about how they feel that the fight is going to go. Some want to see the fight like myself. Some totally just do not want to see it, disgusted by it in totality. But this is why we here. This is what we do. This is what Active Sports bring to the table. So I'm gonna give you my overall opinion, and we're just gonna break down the facts, man. We're gonna break down the facts. So, word on the streets in the boxing world is negotiations is taking place. We seen the tweet come out from Terence Crawford, putting it in stone, letting everybody know that he's getting ready to show the world once again that Terence Bud Crawford is that guy. He is that special, one-of-a-kind talent, throwback fighter, and he's going for the gusto. He's going for the gusto, everyone. This is what we in the sport. That's what he's in the sport for. This is what we watch the sport for. This is what we want. This is what we tune in for. I don't want to hear all of that. Oh, the weight advantage. It's weight classes for a reason. Bud want the fight. The money is there. Make the fucking fight happen. It's disgusting. That's why I call myself a hardcore casual. I was a hardcore back then, and I consider myself a casual to a certain point today because this duck, ducks, goose activity is something that I can't stand by. It's something that I don't like to cover. I don't like to report. It's too much talent in the sport of boxing for us not to be getting these marquee bouts that everybody is clamoring for, that everybody is willing to put their dollars up. It should be no reason why it's sides of the streets, promotional companies not getting things together, not getting things right to put on these, showcase fights. Period, point blank. You feel me? So it's refreshing. It's refreshing to finally see a throwback fighter in today's era, man, who was going for the gusto, said, bump all of that. I done it all. A consecutive 8-year knockout streak, done it. 2 times undisputed, done it. 4-time champion, done it. But I'm still hungry. I still need more. I'm not satisfied. Canelo, in my era, supposedly one of the best. He must see me. It's refreshing to see. You feel me? Give me 1 second. Let Active go ahead and turn up the volume on this joint. You did. Make sure everything is right, high quality. You did. Now, so we get breaking news coming from Tim Bradley's channel. You know, Tim Bradley is now on the YouTube scene. You know, I like it. Don't agree with everything. But Tim Bradley is a man, a champion, someone that's been in the Crawford camp, someone has been letting everyone know way beforehand the specialness in Terence Bud Crawford, what he's seen in sparring, and what to look out for. And I must say, every goddamn thing that Tim Bradley said about Terence Bud Crawford, everything back then up to the date is a fact. You can debate many things that Tim Bradley says on a daily basis. We already know Tim play company. Come on, man. But every now and then, Tim gonna step up and say some real shit. He gonna be solid and he gonna stand for something. And you know, like I said, don't agree with everything, but in this case, definitely got me to advocate for him and back up what it is that he was stating. In his quotes, he stated, "Y'all better be ready." This is Tim Bradley's words, may I add, that you gonna get the biggest upset of the year, maybe the decade. This was Tim Bradley is out here proclaiming. He said, "Y'all get ready because all of what y'all think, majority of what the fans is out here, you know, reporting on YouTubers, commenting on these YouTube channels, everything that they said, he said is gonna go up in smoke. Everything that you believe is a myth. Terence Bud Crawford will beat Canelo Alvarez." This is what Tim Lee Brady, he said it's gonna be easy work. He said it's gonna be easy. He said, Cinnamon. He said, Cinnamon, don't run. Don't run. We know you like to cherry pick. We know you the weight bully. The money is there. Everything adds up. Check, 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 check. I agree, Tim. He can't get out of this one. No, he can't get out of this one. You can't sit there and say, oh, you won't get any credit. Were you worried about any credit from the last fighters that you fought? I'm asking. Canelo fans. Was Canelo worried about credit for beating Rocky Fieldhand? Was he worried about credit for beating Edgar Berlanga? What about Jaime McGee? Was he worried about credit then? What about when he pulled little Charlo 2 weight divisions up to fight him? Not big Charlo, not Maul. Not the one that's closely acclimated to the weight class that he is actually in. No. That's not the Canelo way. That's not his MO. No. Did you think that he worried about credit when he had signed those contracts for those fights? Survey says, hail to the Nizal. Canelo is about picking safe fights and getting the bag. But Canelo, check this out, bro. The jig is up. Nobody wants to see you go in the sunset, bro. Not even your own fans want to see you retire and go into the sunset without another competitive bout, bro. Your legacy is nice. Your resume is nice, but it's not solidified. And you have somebody up here making a strong claim in your era, Canelo, Terence Bud Crawford, as the guy of this decade, of this generation. Marquee fight, the underdog against the big fish, demolished Earl Spence Jr. with ease. Everything before Earl got put to sleep. Did not mention 2 times undisputed, 4-time divisional champion. This man is hungry. We see as of late, Canelo is not. Canelo is seeking the lesser competition. Red flag. Canelo fans, be worried about that. Be worried about that. If he's not fighting adequate competition, how can he be ready? We got people taking dives with Nello, man. Come on. Come on now. Y'all know I ain't putting no, I ain't putting too much on it. You got fighters that took dives, man. It's questionable. They said Charlo he wasn't the same. He didn't look the same. It wasn't the same output. You feel me? This man has made a career out of being a weight bully. So I don't want to hear, oh man, we concerned about the weight now. Beforehand, the weight was never an issue. When Canelo was fighting 147 pounders and Josito Lopez and Alfredo Gomez, we didn't hear nothing about none of that. You know, the Matthew Hattons, we didn't hear nothing about all that. The catch weights, 155, Amir Khan. Forgive me, we out here in the field. It was no problem to move 140 pounder Amir Khan, fucking 2 weight divisions up to 154. You feel me? Knowing that he's shinny, that's an easy knockout. You wasn't worried about not getting respect for beating up on that dude. Matter of fact, Virgil held you accountable right after you knocked him out. He said, now you take the test with Triple G. You take it, Canelo. We took the test. Now you take the test. I remember. See, you talking to a hardcore casual. You dig? I'm going to label my damn self on Active Sports TV because enough of this, we raw and uncut with it. We getting the sport back popping like how it used to be. The gladiator days. Where the pride at? Where the pride at? We know it's a prize fighting sport, but where is the pride, man? Crawford got that. That's all it's about. It's legacy with him. Now, I don't want to just be rambling, but I'm hearing everybody upset. They can't contain themselves, calling in on other YouTube channels. Shout out to other YouTube channels out there, Champ Side, 78 Sports TV, you know what I mean? Bushido Boxing, YMS, all these boxing channels, man. Subscriber of all of them, man. They make great content and many, many more out there, man. Go and tap in, go subscribe, go like, man. Giving you great content day in and day out. So, giving props and praise, you dig, to the ones before me. Now, getting back into it, let's break down the facts. These dudes' panties is all in a bunch. All of these dudes' panties is in a bunch. Crawford's cool as a fan, bro. He on that Rick James, cold as ice. You dig? Cold as ice. You dig? Straight a 187 mentality. You dig? Now, these dudes scared, man. Oh, Canelo, he always do this. This an easy win. Listen, Canelo last 3 fights has been nothing short but easy. Like Belanga pushed Canelo, man. That was a dog fight. Canelo was game. He found somebody inexperienced, took advantage. Absolutely. But easy, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The Jamel Charlo fight, you could put a E on that one. But we're going to go ahead and say non-effort on Jamel Charlo's part. That was a snooze fest. I went to sleep on that one. You dig? Canelo didn't do enough to keep me interested. Jamel definitely didn't come in there to do nothing to keep me interested. But Canelo didn't knock anyone out. Easy work, meaning you getting them out of there like Tyson. First round, second round, third round, they out of there. Crawford, easy work. Before Israel Mondolov, they was all going to sleep. Everybody was getting out there. You see what happened with Earl? That was easy work. That's easy. 3 knockdowns. Get them up out of there. That's that's easy work. If you're not doing that, then you had to study your opponent. You had to figure some things out. You wasn't able to capitalize on the opportunities that you thought was going to be there. And we seen Canelo slow down, completely down. This is not the same Canelo Alvarez that fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. Even though that Floyd made sure that he didn't get robbed. He made sure that boy came down to a suitable weight that he was gonna be, it was gonna be an even playing field at. So that's why we got that Canelo version that we got in that fight versus Floyd. Floyd went playing with Canelo. He was the A side. All that catch weight, you know what I mean, was not going to be dictated by Canelo. And you see, when he had to agree to those terms, he was extremely limited. And that was when he was young, up and coming, prime, ready to go. Now, we go damn near a decade plus since that fight. And you mean to tell me uh, undisputed champion, a straight savage in Terence Bud Crawford has to worry about a man that can barely move his feet, that has no head movement, who has been seeking less competition for the last 2.5, 3 years? That's what Terence Bud Crawford needs to worry about? The weight. The weight. Why is so many hardcores screaming about the weight like they just now start covering boxing, like they have not seen greatness before, like we have not seen some of our best throwback fighters chase greatness and conquer greatness? For instance, we're gonna go down memory lane for a little bit. One that y'all all should know about: the pound for pound king in the early 90s, late 90s, 2000s. Roy Jones Jr. conquered all the divisions, started at middleweight, moved all the way up to heavyweight, captured the heavyweight crown. Do you know how many pounds it is between 160 and heavyweight? It's almost 50 something pounds, man. Yes, Roy gradually went up, but he made a tremendous jump from, I believe, 168 to 200, just so that he can be able to fight Louise for the heavyweight championship of the world. Dominated, won the title, and he fucked up when he moved down in weight. Not when he moved up. He won. He continuously won. Every time when Roy Jones moved to another division, he conquered it. It wasn't until he put on all the weight and moved down. So follow me. He moved down, and then he started to see himself detour from his prime self. So you can say making the weight and then cutting the weight is what damaged Roy Jones Jr.? Absolutely. But you cannot say that it wasn't possible. You cannot say that you never seen it done. You cannot say that you never seen a middleweight move all the way up to heavyweight and not dominate and win a heavyweight championship title. Let me give you another one. Another example of greatness. These fighters is long forgot about. I know a lot of you dudes barely is coming to the boxing scene. You ain't really did your homework. You really don't know, these greats and what they accomplished. But this is why you subscribe to Active Sports TV. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. We cooking. Now, moving on to another great. James Lights Out Tony, the weight bully. He wanted to fight the biggest fighters. James Toney, also another middleweight. Damn good resume. One of the best defensive fighters known to date. The Philly Shell, he has basically carved it up and made it all his own. That's James Toney right there. If you know boxing, you know I'm spitting the gospel. Now, James Toney fell short to the great Roy Jones, continued his path, moving up, moving up, finally made his way up to heavyweight. This man, a middleweight, gets in the heavyweight division amongst gorillas. Gorillas. Do y'all remember the Samuel Peter fight? The first one that James Toney lost, but was disputed. A lot of people like myself felt that James Toney did enough against the oversized, very powerful Nigerian heavyweight champion and Samuel Peters. Samuel Peters was like a temporary, you know, Mike Tyson at one point, once he conquered Klitschko and won the heavyweight championship title. Very shocking, very unexpected. This guy was a champion. Might not know of him now, but then he did enough to be recognized as a formidable opponent, Samuel Peters. James Toney didn't get knocked out. This man was almost 30 pounds bigger than Samuel Peters, a natural heavyweight, a natural, powerful heavyweight that just knocked off the best heavyweight in the division, who reigned champions after that up to 12 years and had the whole division on lock. Samuel Peters was the one that was interrupted that before that happened. So we're not just talking about no average Joe here. We're talking about a real heavyweight champion, a heavyweight champion that is a real day one heavyweight. James Toney lost the fight on the cards both times. First time was arguable. Second time, they say Samuel Peters did a little bit more to be more convincing. I just feel that, the judges are the judges. So when it comes down to letting the fight be judged and leaving things in the judge hands, and we all know that's boxing. Anybody can be robbed in boxing. It doesn't matter. Canelo can be robbed. I mean, he's just as close to the end of his career as Terence Crawford. It's all about who is bringing in the money. And we know Canelo is bringing in the Mexican fan base. We know that he got Mexico, but Crawford is taking over the world. That ass whooping he put on Earl Spence, it put the world on notice. Everybody believes that he's the guy. So when he moves, traffic is going to stop. Don't think that the promoters, don't think that the business of boxing is not paying attention to that. Don't let them lie to you and say blood don't sell. You didn't see that LA venue? Hey, it's a big ass stadium, boy. LA is far from small. You get what I'm saying? Right outside the Coliseum, pack that thing out against who was the opponent? Israel Mandela. So imagine what Terence Crawford is gonna do with a name. Imagine what he's gonna do with a name, man, such as Canelo Alvarez. Come on, man, stop playing. This can go both ways. Let's not look at it like it's one-sided here. Canelo is at the end of the road just as well as Crawford. This is a toss-it-up fight. This is what we watch the sport for. Let's go back down memory lane. James Toney. I like lights out because when it comes to this weight difference thing, James Toney, he is the prime example of shut your damn mouth. You don't know nothing of what you talk about. You just be talking. So now, James Toney, after falling short to Samuel Peters, he continued to make his way in the heavyweight division, dominating the great Holyfield at a later age. So we ain't gonna put no real sauce on that one right there. But nonetheless, you had a middleweight in James Toney, lights out Tony, dominating a Hall of Fame heavyweight champion that's twice his size. And Evander Holyfield, we all know Holyfield been game until he was 68. Holyfield was ready to scrap since he was 68. Anytime Holyfield in the ring, you got to give him his respect. James Toney just proved that skills pay the bills. Period, point blank. No matter how you shape it, how you want to look at it, it happened that way. That's what it was. Lights out, dominated Holyfield. Rockman was next on the list. These guys have over 30-something pounds, at least 20-something pounds over James Lights Out Tony, and are serious punchers. Let me tell you, serious knockout punchers. Did you see what Rockman did to Lennox Lewis? Did you see what Rockman did to Lennox Lewis in the first round? I'm just saying. Was it first or second? I could be wrong. Don't quote me to that. But this is the examples of a fighter coming from a lower weight class with the skills, with the heart, the determination to be great and conquering greatness. James Toney fought Rockman to a draw in the first bout. Second rematch bout, James Toney won a TKO decision victory over Rashid Rockman. You can't tell me it can't be done. I've seen it already. I've seen it already. So what are you speaking of? Makes no sense to me. We already seen Charlo fight Canelo. He moved up 2 weight classes. He didn't get knocked out. He didn't get dominated. He didn't get destroyed. All of these words that I'm hearing from, these comment sections and certain YouTube channels out here, basically don't want the fight because I feel deep down inside they know that this may be the end of the reign of their king and Canelo Alvarez. Just say it with your chest, bro. Just say, hey, bro, we want Canelo to go out as easy as he possibly can. We want him to go smooth sailing to retirement. You say that, you get a little bit more respect, but don't be out here trying to act like people just woke up to boxing, bro. Like, that ain't it. You feel me? Everybody ain't out here casuals, bro. You feel me? People out here do their research. People have been a part of these times and do know what some of these fighters have accomplished, man. James Tony Roy Jones, those are the examples. But I got another one for you. I got another one for you because it's quite crazy to me how all these guys are so knowledgeable about boxing, but yet they're not bringing up no examples that's been proven to advocate that why Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. So we're going to go all the way to 1952, man. We're going back, man, to the black and whites, man, to the pound for pound greatest boxer of all times. Y'all know who I'm talking of. Sugar Ray Robinson, that is. 1952, Sugar Ray was on a mad campaign. He had not lost in several years, conquering all divisions. This man went from welterweight to middleweight, dominating. That's 2 weight classes they had, right? From 147, 160, that's Sugar Ray. He did it. But let's not stop there. What did Sugar Ray Robinson decide to up the ante and do? He said, I cleaned out all of these weight classes, these lower weight classes. I moved up to middleweight, dominated. What's the next best thing that I can do? How can I extend my legacy? How can I do something that only Henry Armstrong has done outside of myself? How am I able to stamp myself in the boxing legendary Hall of Fame category? What do I need to do to prevail myself to that position? And you know what he did? Exactly what Crawford is doing. He said, let me look up. Oh, Joey Maxim's light heavyweight champion at 1952. Accepted the belt with Sugar Ray Robinson. Joey Sugar. Sugar was whooping Joey ass. Almost was this close from capturing the light heavyweight title at 175. Do you know what defeated Sugar Ray Robinson? It wasn't Joey Maxey's left hook. It wasn't his jab. It wasn't his feet movement. It wasn't his head movement. It was nothing that Joey Maxim did at all. It's called heat and temperature. Sugar Ray Robinson almost died, man, trying to capture the light heavyweight title. Not that he was not acclimated to the weight, not that, he just wasn't in shape. They had the fucking ring almost 120 degrees, bro. They said it was an inferno where the referee passed out before the fighters did. So Sugar Ray Robinson lost on the stool due to him not being able to deal with the overwhelming heat wave that impacted the fight. If that never happened, we will be talking about the great Sugar Ray Robinson being multi-champions in not only the middleweight division through the welterweight division. We would have to also include the light heavyweight division. Up on the cards, dominated the whole fight. If only not for that element, Sugar Ray Robinson would have had captured greatness and would have been the light heavyweight champion. So this is your boy Active, man. Just giving you just the insight and the breakdown that other channels is not. Crawford will beat Canelo. I second everything that Timothy Bradley is saying. He doesn't have the feet movement to deal with Terence Bud Crawford. He doesn't have the head movement to deal with Terence Bud Crawford. I don't believe he has the power nor the speed. And when it comes to adequate competition and being ready, you're only as good as your last fight. So we seen what Terence Bud Crawford did against Israel Mondolov. We seen what Terence Bud Crawford did to Earl Spence Jr. Wasn't impressed with Edgar Berlanga. Just saying. And just to add, Canelo has a problem with stamina, man. He gassed out. When have you ever seen Terence Bud Crawford gas out in the fight? It's to you guys that's like simple and slow, that ain't gonna get it, that's gonna be in my comment section trying to fire it up and advocate for Canelo. I'm gonna note this too. We don't have to make 168. We don't have to make 168. I advise Terence Bud Crawford 163, 164. Make that weight. Get as good a shape as you possibly can. Keep those pounds off you. Be as light and agile as you possibly can. Bring the power with you. And oh boy, we're going to see what Canelo can deal with. On that note, we up out of here. This is Active Sports TV. Bring you another one. It's Rumorville, y'all. It ain't final. It's just rumors. So when it does become, labeled and stamped and it's official, you will be able to tune in on Active Sports TV and, get your news from your host, Active. We up out of here, man. Y'all have a blessed day. It's the new year, man. Big things to come, 2025. We looking for Canelo. Go ahead and sign that contract. There's no way out. Don't run. Ain't nobody in 168 we want to see. Sign the contract. Make the biggest fight in boxing. Let's get up out of here. We over and out. Stay activated at all times, man. Keep your family first. Until next time. Deuces.